Sometimes you want to restructure the files on your hard drive or the folders, and you want to put them into other places. For example, maybe you would like to take this folder right here called CP1360 and move it into the fall semester. And you can see at the moment there's nothing in the fall semester. In order to move it down there, it's really simple. One of the easiest ways is to simply do a drag and drop operation. So what this means, it means putting your mouse over top of the first folder, the one that you want to move, and you simply drag it and you put it right here. And you can see before I let go of it, it says move the fall semester, and now it's being put there. Okay, so let me show you. Now it's inside here. So let me go back. If you realize that you've made a mistake, it's pretty simple. You can press this undo, or you can press Control Z, and that should undo the move. So if you put a folder into the wrong place, a quick thing to have on hand is a Control Z to undo it. If you're looking for this little back arrow and you don't see it, there's a little drop down right here, and you can add or remove whichever buttons that you want. You can decide if you'd like these other ones. These are the ones I usually keep up here. A second way to move a folder from one place to another is an operation called cut and paste. The way how this works, this operation, it's a little bit more, I don't want to call it more involved, it's just a different set of steps. What I do is I select the file or the folder that I want to move, and the first thing I do is I click on the button called cut. You can see now it's kind of turned gray here. It's a little bit dim. That's because Windows is reminding you that something is going on. I can now change the new folder, and I can now paste it in place. If I go back here, you'll see it's now vanished. Okay, let me undo this one. It's just another way of doing this. One thing that's very, very useful about Windows Explorer is that you can have more than one of these open, and sometimes this is very, very useful. Let me demonstrate by opening up a second one. So I've got one copy of the File Explorer here, and I'm going to open another one by using Windows E. That was a trick I showed you in another video. And I'm going to go to the courses folder, and I'm going to go inside Fall Semester. Remember before, we were dragging things from here down to here. Well, I can also drag to another window. Now it disappears from here. Oh, and by the way, if I check inside Fall Semester, yes, it is actually there. In fact, it's pretty interesting because if we say undo this, take a look at what happens. Let's suppose I take CP3300 and I drag it down to here. You can see over in the other window that it actually has appeared, because this is the view inside Fall Semester. So sometimes if you're moving from one place to another, it's useful to have two file explorers open at the same time, so you can drag from one to the other. This is an operation I use frequently. You can have as many of these file explorers open as you want, but typically you'll probably find that two is likely going to give you quite a bit of flexibility. Let's try something like this. Let's go down to my USB thumb drive and let me try moving CP1360 to the drive. Okay, so we drive it over here. Now take a look at what's happened. Just below my mouse cursor, I hope you'll notice that the word copy is there. Normally, we would have the word move, but here we can't, because it's a different disk. When we drag something to another end, it actually makes a copy. So notice that there's now a copy of CP1360 here, and there's also a copy of CP1360 here. So in other words, we've made a duplicate.